Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Taekwondo every Saturday at this time, 7 p.m. European time, Central European time. And today we are going to do some really cool stuff. But it's still not at the top of the hour, so we'll just have a little bit of a pre-show earlier today. You might see this camera right here. This is actually the Kermit cam, the camera that I will use if Kermit is here in the studio. He is not at this moment, but that is no problem. If you are on Facebook or on YouTube, I do see your comments right here on my phone. So if you are here, please say hello. So like for instance, Amy does over on YouTube. She says 5 minutes countdown and a new studio setup. Yes, you are absolutely right. I really look forward to talking about it with you. And what happens here? All right, so 3.5 minutes to go, and then we are done, and we can really start. So yes, indeed, Amy, like I said, new setup. Well, not a very new setup, but I wanted to talk about that setup and then combine it with just behind the scenes. We typically do that around here in the TechCon of every few months, just to see what has changed. And since the air conditioning has moved out of the studio, I could actually just do some decorating and that kind of stuff. No major changes yet, and this is a temporary solution also, but at least you will get a feel of what I've been up to lately. What I've been up to lately is also I want to take this opportunity. We'll also talk about it during the show to tell you about some cool things that are going to happen in September, and some things also in October, where it means that the show as it is right now will have some troubles to be alive this way, but why that is and how it's going to be, I think you guys will be very pumped to hear about it. So it's not a bad thing. Let's just say it like that. It's not a bad thing at all. So how was your week? My week was awesome. Good week. Finished up whatever I need to do at work. I still have a day-to-day job. And I got the new gaming gear working, so I'm also a little bit pumped about that one as well. Now I understand that you're maybe not that interested in the gaming, but maybe you're interested in the behind the scenes. So it's for everybody something to watch. 1 minute 30 seconds to countdown, and then we will do it, and we will make it a very nice episode. I promise you that. It's not going to be a long episode. I try to keep the Facebook episodes, Facebook and YouTube episodes, about 15 minutes or so, and that's a whoa. Hi. That's about it. This was this sleeping mode thing going on. No one to have that. About 50 seconds to go before the show starts. I had a great day today. We had Kermit, who actually went outside for the first time on a leash, which is a little bit of awkward maybe for you, but I want to lose some weight. I lost 6 kilos the last 5 weeks. I'm kind of like proud of it, so I'm showing. Still have a belly, but that belly will be away in a few months, I hope. I'm really pumped that it's actually finally working. I'm not doing crazy stuff, but it's really working. A little bit more of an exercise and less to eat and far less sugar. That is the most important thing. So in about 10 seconds, we will be ready to start the show. So I'll just make sure that everything is ready for that. So, 3. Welcome everyone. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Taekwondo. it's going to be an interesting episode for you guys. First of all, if you're a gamer, you're going to love the setup that I have. And if you're not a gamer but you're interested in the technology behind everything, then I have it behind the scenes for you. This camera is actually the Kermit camera right here, and that will now be your camera, your view as a fly on the wall, just to check out what I have all in this studio. So if you're interested, say yes in the comments so that we can go and have some fun. Let's do this. And welcome to the show. Welcome to TechCondo. My name is Petro Verbruggen. There it is. TechCondo.net, that's the website. You can also support the show on that via TechCondo.net. $5, $10, $25. Those are the options monthly. And if you're on Twitch, those are the exact same amount of money. The only difference is that on Facebook, or sorry, the website, I get a little bit more of a chunk out of it than on Twitch. That's the only difference, and it's really up to you what you want. So today we're going to do some really cool stuff. We're going to talk about gaming, but we're also going to do a behind the scenes, and a special welcome to Amy, who is over on YouTube. So if you're on Facebook and you don't see her comment, that is totally fine. That is by design. So if you see a YouTube logo, then it's on YouTube. If you see a Facebook logo, it's on Facebook. That's as easy as I could have made it. So welcome again. So first of all, before we go into the behind the scenes part, a brief intervention on gaming. So you might have figured out that the last few months I have been working a little bit more on a place called Twitch. Twitch.tv/TechCondo is my URL there, and it is a very it's a very great experience so far for me. I love the community feel to it, what I do is we do Lego. It's building Lego. We go in real life to Eindhoven, to Maastricht. Both of them are in the Netherlands, but in the end of September and October, we will be going to the US. After that, we will go to Spain. After that, we're going to the UK. It's crazy, right? So we are all over the place, but we'll talk about that when time permits. So there are quite some challenges coming my way. So that is what I do on Twitch. What I also wanted to do was, well, Twitch is, of course, started out as a gaming channel, so I wanted to play a game. Yeah, so easy that is. So I bought a product, which is this one right here. I've already unboxed it on Twitch, but it is this product right here. It's the Elgato HD60S. This is the machine, and the size of it, I'll show you that too, and I can show you from within the box. The size is really this small part right here. That's all. That is really it. Below this, there are some cables. The cables that it comes with are an HDMI cable of 2 meters and a USB Type-C to USB 3.X cable. Now, I actually use the 3.1 port on my machine these days, but I have to admit, this product, even though it's doing what it needs to do at this moment, it has been a challenge to get this working. Oh my gosh, it was like totally not easy to install. And the fun part is, I have a special friend. His name is David Foster over at Geeks Life. Go and see them. Not now, but afterwards. He actually recommended this product. Said, it's gonna be working like a charm from the get-go. No worries about it. But it was like hell on earth. Why? Because of USB shizzle. My mouse didn't work. My keyboard didn't work. I mean, like, it was totally haywired, and then it came the blue screen of the blue screen of death. It was not a very welcome experience. But I also have some other people that have had some issues with USB these days, and I am starting to think it might be a little bit more of a Windows issue, because of course my Windows updates also, your Windows updates also, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, a lot of people are complaining about USB issues. Now, I'm not saying that that issue is the same issue as this one. I don't know. It's just something that that came to me. It's like, hey, why is this out of a sudden, out of the blue, an issue, right? I mean, with my vMix system that I'm working on here during this stream, I have never had a blue screen. I did have some issues with my my RAM. I actually had replaced like 5 times my RAM before I went to a very stable system, but it never went into that blue screen of death, which is like totally strange. But at least it now seems to be working, at this moment at least. I just went live on twitch.tv/TechCondo. If you want to subscribe there or follow me there, go ahead after this, twitch.tv/TechCondo, and then you can see it. Now what I did was the following. I restarted the system, made sure that the HG60S, this product right here, which we're going to talk about a little bit more, was not connected. Then what I went was I went to the MSI, that's a brand, MSI website of my motherboard. It's a 99X Crate Edition for people that want to know, and I installed the latest USB driver, and everything went okay. Hey Kermit, what's going on, my friend? Hey, dude, let me see if I can get him. Hey, guy, come. No? Sorry, guys. No Kermit at this moment. Hey, USB shizzle. Indeed, it is definitely USB shizzle. I have to admit, it's so strange. And Amy, I didn't even know, but you also have an HD60S. That is cool. So we can play some games together. So you also know then, Amy, that it also has a software package that you can get with it also. So yes, I am using vMix so that I can put on some cool graphics, like for instance this one. Thank you guys. But this one also has software which you can stream to YouTube, to Twitch, and in great resolution, and you can actually even put in your webcam, so you don't have to pay a lot of money for your software as well. So if you're just starting out as a gamer, this is also a very nice product. That's what I think. Amy says, I just heard it for the first time for me. Yep, so I can try to get him, but I don't know if he's willing to come today, but we'll see if I can get him to be here. Okay, so what does it look like? So, well, the end result is really simple. This is what it looks like. So you actually have the full control of the system, and it's actually really working. Now, I'm not going to play a very long game. I'm just not even going to play for 1 minute, but just to show you what it looks like, I'm going to say, let's try this very quickly, just to show you. So 1 minute, no more than 1 minute. Black screen, Sony Interactive Entertainment, XDev, External Development Studio Europe, House Marquee. This game is Dutch, so it says that it's not allowed to copy it. Okay, I'm not going to copy it. All right, this is the game that I've just been playing. I'm just going to play a little bit, very briefly.
Save the last humans. Keepers detected. fields.
Okay. Okay, so you get the point, right? So I just didn't want to talk too much about that game, but it is really nicely working, and you can see it. Amy says, funny to see it in Dutch. Yeah, so that's my language. And the funny thing is, Amy, is that I actually changed the interface to English just because people can actually understand what I'm doing. So it actually says what's new now and that kind of stuff. But yeah, somehow that game is still in Dutch. Strange but true. So, oh, where you are? There you go. Amy says the graphics and sound are amazing. That was using vMix, right? That was definitely using vMix. So what I do is that card is actually connected to USB device, and from there it will automatically then be an insert into vMix, which is really cool. So I'm not sure if I can show you. I can show you, but then I need to very quickly add that. Load desktop capture, display 1. All right, I'll show you what it looks like on vMix. So on vMix, you can go to, oh, I have to remove the overlay for a bit. You can go to add input, then you go to camera, and here you'll see game capture HD 60s video. And that's all you have to do. It is really that easy. Hey Kermit, I'm gonna try to get Kermit now. That is PlayStation indeed. Let me get Kermit, because if Kermit is here, hey Kermit, just say hi to people. Yeah, I know. People want to see you, my friend. People want to see you. So let's show them where you are. And here he is. Kermit is in the house, in the studio. And the cool part is that Kermit actually, he doesn't like this. You can see that, right? So I'm gonna keep it very short. But Kermit actually went outside for the first time today, and it was really interesting for him, huh? At first he was a little bit frightened, and after that he was actually exploring some cool new stuff. He saw some plants he was really interested in. I actually walked quite some feet, so I mean some yards. So that was really good. And he is actually, I am losing some weight, and he is also losing some weight, huh? That's the reason why we're doing that, huh? All right. I'm gone. Amy says, I used to have my dog cam on the HD 60s, but it was moody. Yeah, exactly. But it is working, so I am really happy with that. Amy also asks, how old is Kermit? Kermit is 7 years old, so he is halfway of his life, probably. And I'm really, really happy to have him around. And I'm also happy that I could actually try to give him the opportunity to look around and that kind of stuff. So, yes, he was really happy. All right, so for you guys that stayed, I also have planned a behind-the-scenes episode for you. So this is This is my first camera that I used for streaming. So it is a Canon Ligria Vixia for the US people, HFR 46, $250, not expensive, and it is actually the Kermit cam, and I have two of these, so I'm also considering to mount one on top of it so that I can have a nice downwards solution. And this is Still working very nicely. It doesn't have a shock mount, so it is a little bit shaky. So you will see some shaky cam, but let's go through that. All right, let's do this. So first of all, let's talk about this part right here. So I have to. Unfortunately, my modem is. Oh, sorry, my monitor is a little bit in an area that I cannot. Okay, like so. Okay, let's show it. Boom.
Boom.
So
this is the heart of everything. This is what they call vMix. I have the 4K version, which does mean that I can actually stream 4K, but that is not what I actually want. Wait a sec, I might have some delay on this, so let me remove
this. So now it should be better, I hope. All right, so let me also see if I still have audio. Yes, I do. All right, so this is the heart, and this is where I switch and do all kinds of cool stuff with. And I do that with this X key. So X key comes with all these buttons. This is 60 buttons, and they're all blank as you buy them. And I printed these myself, so the blue and the red is totally done by myself. And so this is camera 1, and then if I press cut again, I can go back. And so I have place for 10 cameras. I don't have 10 cameras, but that is what I have. And here you have the stop and start of the stream. I actually have the possibility to stream more times, so 1, 2, and 3. For YouTube, I played. This is YouTube. This is Facebook, and I have the recording. So local recording, fade to black, audio on and off, which is not working at this moment. And this is for stuff like bringing in the lower thirds, etc. So that's all possible. Here you have the start of the show. Here you have the end of the show. And this is, for instance, for news. If I click that, it's not working now, but then we'll probably have a news part. This is for picture-in-picture, and then auto is like so. It's not working, but cut is. So it's not all working, but that's fine. So this is just a monitor, or well, actually it's a TV, and this is the PlayStation remote. And looking forward a little bit more, this is a Sony camera that I am going to bring along for my visit to the US, so that I can take some pictures. Apart from video, I love taking pictures, and I really believe that taking a picture with a real camera is always better than with a phone, even though I love my iPhone. This contraption is for controlling the cameras. So if I do this, you will see that the camera is actually changing its position, like so. I can also just call something. So I say call scene 1, boom, that's it. So that is what they call a PTZ camera. That's one. I'll show the other one a little bit closer, but let's move on a little bit. What I have here is my Lumetric system. Really great. I love it. It gives me some feedback during the show. At this moment, it's just not that interesting. But I have 74 followers on Twitch, and Facebook is not working at this moment. I have to check what that is. This contraption is my audio device. This is where I have my my earbuds. This is a Sony PlayStation earbud. Really love it. It's just one side, which is perfect for me, and I can actually by changing the dials have impact on the volume that I hear. And I have a Google Home Mini right here below this thing. And that's it. There's a lot of boxes there which are not important. This is the best mouse firm ever. Not the mouse itself, but the company. It's called Mad Catz. They went away, but they're back, and they really make the best mice, so to speak. And this is my keyboard, which is actually a keyboard for Livestream Studio. Livestream Studio is actually still a software that I still use for in real life, but not for the normal show from the studio. But if I'm on the road in real life, I'm actually going via the Livestream Studio software. So this is still in use. So that is really cool and, as well. And here you have an application called vMix Social, and you can actually see that Amy as actually being around, and she has provided some cool comments. So if this is a new comment, I can actually send it to the screen like so, and boom, you see it right there on the screen. Very nice custom button titles. Thank you so much. And then we only need to remove it, and I have not automated that part. All right, moving on. Let's move on a little bit more. Again, sorry for the shaky cam, but it is, I think, cool at least. So this is the PTZ Optics Z-Cam, which is the Z stands for zoom, so it can only zoom in and zoom out. It has a 20 times zoom lens, and it's really amazingly great for the price point. It's less than $1,000. Really, really good. And that is also PTZ Optics, but that is a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, zoom, so it can move, and it also has the possibility to have some presets so that you can go to that. Well, moving a little bit higher, this is the my boom mic. That's the sound. If I press this, you can actually hear that. So that's rather far away. And moving up a little bit more, you see not one but two LED lights. That one right there is the main one. This one is just a little bit of a fill light that really helps. It's just a small LED, but it really, really does help quite a lot. And before you think, how did you do this? How did you connect this? This is just a standard microphone pole that I actually used to hook it up to the trussing system. So this is all trussing all the way around. As you can see right now, it goes all the way around the studio. And then if you're here, we have a LED bar, which is from the firm Showtech, and it is roughly $100, and it can turn into like a lot of different colors. So for Facebook, this is the color. So this is the backdrop of Facebook. And if I want to, if I'm on Twitch, I actually have another backdrop. And the way that I do that, I'm going to show you, is that let me try to get you a little bit higher so that you can actually see what I'm doing, like so. So what I do right before I show is that I come around and say mode down, and then it turns into purple. So then you have a purple backdrop, and if you do it back to up, you have a blue backdrop, which is, I think, really, really cool. So sorry for the shaky cam again. I'll just make sure that everything is fine again. All right. Okay, moving on. So I have one, let me, a little bit more, 1, 2, and 3 of these LED bars. And then this is a display which I bought at the local store with my Lego Slave One Lego, the TIE Fighter, of course, also Lego, Snowspeeder, right there, one of my favorite ships, and then the very beautiful, a very nice detailed Y-Wing right here. I love this build. This was the best build so far. So I love it. And here you have me. Right there. Taekwondo with my red hair. So that is that. And of course I still have my Mevos right here. The Mevos, that's where I also used for a couple of months. And also these cameras are still being used if I want to have a subject where I have to be also outside for a bit or show the weather or something. I actually use these so that I can connect to them remotely via the network. And here you have a little bit other stuff. This is my favorite mic, not because of the quality, but because of the well, the cultural aspects, the nice, beautiful design, very 60s. I love it. And this is a very nice mixing board, and I really recommend if you want to have a mixing board that doesn't cost a lot. This is a really nice mixing board. It's a Xenex Q802 USB. Then I've got my favorite camera. This is my camera. The Sony camera is from my dad. This is a 5D Mark III. Really the best camera ever created. Of course, it's a little bit classical now, so it's not the most perfect anymore, but it is really nice. And of course, we have some nice people and action figures there. Looking at the comments very quickly. Whoa. Let me go to before I continue with the tour. Let me go and see if there are some comments. Do you remember the brand of your LED light with BAM doors? With BAM doors? Those are Showtech? I understand. Yes, I do. It's the YN600 LED from from a very hard to pronounce name. So it's a YN600 LED Pro LED video light. That's what you have to look for. That is the brand or the type. Nice color change of the background. Indeed, thank you so much, Amy. All right, let's continue the behind the scenes because you're here. Moving forward, and let's go back to that screen. Boom. This is the third camera that I use in my studio. Also a PTZ Optics camera, and this camera is actually the camera that I started this stream with. It's really great, and it's held with a Manfrotto arm, an articular arm. Really great brand. Really love it, and it's really sturdy. And of course, a lot of sockets. Socket galore. Here you have it. A lot of sockets, and this is not the only socket that I have. Believe me, there are much more sockets lying around here in the studio for all those lights, all those special stuff that I have. And as you can see, I also have a lot of backdrop. Even the entry of the studio is backdrop because of the sound. And this is where I have the behind the scenes part. So, looking at this, let me see, you see a lot of boxes. Boxes, and boxes, all labeled. So the labels are, for instance, audio cables, SDI, HDMI, USB Cat 5, camera adapters, LiveView Solo dongles, other dongles, microphone information, and that kind of stuff. This is my my mixing board, which is totally too much. But it is really fantastic. You can do quite some cool things with it if you want. So you can actually go into processing and wait a sec. So here you have some processing possibilities that you have, and you can change a lot of different things. And this is totally overkill. Here you have my new gaming station. So both my Sony PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch are there, starting now in the studio. And here you have some other stuff like converters and moving heads. Like moving heads, these are moving heads. These move left, right. These are actually like the PTZ cameras, and I'm still thinking of how to install them in the studio. Cannot have enough Cat5 cable, so I have like a lot of Cat5 cable here. And this is the beast. This is the system that everything goes through. This is my workstation, my streaming PC. And moving on a little bit further, I'm standing on it, but if I'll go here, you can actually see the place where Kermit can lay down and enjoy the ride for the show. So that's it. As you can see, I'm on cable. That's what I always do. So that is the studio tour of this month, September 2018. All right. That was also what I wanted to talk about. I didn't show the Sonos One speaker that I use for some audio when I'm, just preparing the show and that kind of stuff. I want to do that as good as possible, and in order to do that, I love to have some music, and that's basically it. Oh, there's one more thing. Of course, you need. If you are are a $10 up person that actually supports me via the website, you can actually also see me behind the scenes. This camera, which I'm going to show you right now, is actually a camera which is right there, which is always on, always available. And that's right here. This, I don't know if you can swear. Oh, that camera right there is always on. So you can always see me play or do stuff. So that's a little bit of a real behind the scenes camera. Amy says it's cool to see everything now that your studio is more established. Yeah, so the thing is that the last year, the 2 years ago, there was a lot of changes. There were a lot of the expenses were very high, and it was really really an investment. This year has also been an investment. I actually bought the 2 PTZ cameras this year, and the HD60S. But besides that, it was this year. So this year there's not going to be any investments anymore on this on the studio, but there will be some investments. So first of all, this monitor will be part of this area, because besides of the vMix, I also want to have a place to put some show notes so that I don't have to check stuff on the computer. That's something that I will try to do next year. And what I also want to do is to have a camera that is top, so that you can actually see if I'm doing something with my hands, which is something that I really look forward to. So that's it for today. It has been 30 minutes. I didn't expect that, but it was really cool of you to be here. If you are looking at it after the fact, don't forget to put something in the comments, because if you put something in the comments, I can actually react to it also after the show. So please do that. Check out techcondo.net. Check out twitch.tv/techcondo if you are interested in what I do for more. And I really, really, really appreciate you for taking the time to be here. So that's it for today. Oh yeah, before I forget, in the month of October there will not be a TechCondo show from the studio. I will go live occasionally, but I am in the States, so my data plan might not be sufficient to go for a long period of time. So it will be a little bit less, but it might be that I have something up my sleeve, which I'm not going to tell you about at this moment. So watch this space. Maybe I'll do more than you think. If I do more than I think, then it's going to be on twitch.tv/techcondo. Also, so next week not, but the week after we'll be at the IOBC show live on Saturday on Twitch, and I'll probably have a recap during when I come back. I hope that that's feasible. And the this weekend of the 22nd of September, I probably will have a weekend off. Reason is that I have a very, very busy schedule. I will be going to the States in the week after for about 3 weeks. Then when I go back, I'm going to Spain for a week, to Barcelona, which I have never been. I'm very interested to see what's going on there. And after that, I'll also 1 week after or so, I will be going to the UK for 1 or 2 days. So busy schedule, but I will try to make it as much as I can. But the October month will be a little bit awkward, that's for sure. Anyway, that's what I want to say. People that you've seen here below, all of you, thank you very much for supporting the show. You are my roommates. I love you. Thank you also to Amy for being very communicative today. I love that. You know that. I love that you do that. So, and I see you next week. Bye.